Hey, I'm Shannon Galladay, and I'm here live in California. If you're joining in live, say hello in the comments. I'd love to say hello if you're joining live or watching the recording. So it was a busy day today. I didn't have a chance to get all ready, get my makeup in, get my makeup on, and that's okay, right? I just wanted to share this message with you because I think this is so important. I've been talking to a lot of people who've been going through some really hard times, and so I wanted to title this video Going Through the Breakdown Before the Breakthrough. And if you are struggling with anything, if you know anyone that's struggling with anything and you've experienced this, then these 3 tips will help. So before I jump into that, I just wanted to share a quick story about this, about going through the breakdown before the breakthrough. So I compare it to like going through a rock polisher. If you've ever seen, when I was younger, I used to collect rocks. If you ever collected rocks before, say yes, I have in the comments. I used to collect rocks, and I loved getting polished rocks. So I would go to the rock store and get the polished rocks, and anyway, it was really fun. So I got a rock polisher one time. It was my dad's rock polisher, and I watched how it happened. And so basically you take a rock that's all rough and bumpy on the outside, and then you can put it in this rock polisher, and it bumps it and clunks it and moves it all around, and then it comes out polished and smooth. And so I take that analogy to this. When you're going through a breakdown to a breakthrough. So whatever it is in life, I know for me, like I've hit some, rock bottom points. I've talked about this in some of my videos where, we were living in Arizona in a tiny apartment with 2 little kids with, no jobs, and we were really struggling. And it was at that point when I really decided to go for it with my business, and my business just shot up and exploded because I went through that breakdown point where I was just broken down and so humbled and so, had gone through so much that when I went through that breakdown part, just like the rock polisher, when we're clunking around in the polisher, and it's really, really hard. And then we come out even stronger, even better, polished. So here are my 3 tips to help us when we're in the breakdown part. So when we're in the breakdown and we want to get to the breakthrough, if you are there, say yes. I know I was there, and if someone made this video, it would have helped me a lot. So the first step is to really focus forward. So to write down some goals. So when my husband and I were at, rock bottom point, and it was really hard, and, we even talked about getting divorced, and it was just one of those really rough times, we sat down and we talked about our goals. And we said, okay, these are our goals. We want to stay together. So we both were on the same page. We want to stay together. We want to work through this. We know that the situation is just really hard, and we want to work through this. So we wrote down our goals. My husband wanted to graduate with his MBA, and he did that, which was awesome. We wanted to get out of debt, and we got out of debt. We wanted to save and buy a house, and we saved and bought a house. And it was really cool, like at that rock bottom point, when we wrote down all of these goals and we put all of our energy on focusing on where we were going and all of our energy on these goals of what we were setting, instead of the problems, instead of all the hard times, instead of all the things that were going wrong, we focused on where we were going and, what we wanted to accomplish. And of course, like things still happen. Like, there's always going to be hard times. And, even like lately, I've been feeling like there's been like so much bad news, so many hard things, and I just feel like it's just the rock polisher. It just polishes us and makes us stronger and makes it better. Hey, thanks for joining live. So as we get more polished, then we become stronger, we become better, and we can help more people, and we can make a bigger difference in the world. They say the strongest people go through the hardest times, and I absolutely believe that. And we need to be strong in these days when there's so much going on. We need more people who are strong. We need more people who are lighting the way with some positivity. And even though our lives aren't perfect, I mean, you know, look at me, I haven't even showered today. Yes, I admit that. I don't care. Like, I think this message is important, and I wanted to make this video. So number 2 is listen or read something positive. So this is something I do every single day. I listen or read something positive, and whenever I feel down or I just feel like so discouraged, I listen to more. Sometimes I'll listen to hours a day. Like today I was folding laundry, I was cleaning our house, and so I just turned on some audiobooks and started listening, and I'm listening to Grant Cardone. If you've ever heard of him, he's really motivating and go-getter, and he wrote a book called Be Obsessed or Be Average, and he talks about, instead of taking all that energy focusing on what's going wrong, take that energy and focus on where you're going, focus on your goals, focus on what you want to accomplish and what can happen in the future, and you take all that energy and shift it. And it's amazing when you do that, what can happen and what good can happen in your life. So that's tip number 2, is focus on filling your mind with positive things, because when you're at that breakdown spot and you're focusing on what's going wrong and you're focusing on how hard it is, then it's really hard to bounce back after that hard time if we're not focusing our minds in the right spot. So that's tip number 2. Focusing our minds in the right spot. Tip number 3, the last tip, is to surround ourselves with like-minded people. You know, I think this is another huge thing. If we're surrounded with people, let's use the health and fitness. I'm a health and fitness coach, so let's use that for example. Like if you want to lose 20 pounds and you're around people that are eating donuts and cake and candy, and you're around them and you're like, I'm gonna eat healthy, and they're like, oh, you know, why are you always eating healthy? And they're making fun of you. It's gonna be really hard for you to stay strong during that time. But if you're surrounded by people who are in fitness and who are wanting to eat healthy and who are cheering you on, then you will make positive choices because you're, you know, positive support group. They say we become like the 5 people we surround ourselves with. So choose your people wisely. You know, if you want to be positive, if you want to be successful, if you want to be in shape, or the best wife, the best mom, the best husband, father, surround yourself with those kind of people. Surround yourself with people that you want to be like. So anyway, those are my 3 tips. Tip number 1 is focus all of our energy on where we're going, on our goals, focusing forward. Tip number 2, listen or read something positive every single day. Just pump that in your mind. You know, I even like get rid of the news. I'm kind of, you know, I'm aware of the news. I just don't fill my mind with that every single day. So put the positive in, get rid of the negative. And number 3, surround yourself with positive, motivating, like-minded people that lift you up, that encourage you, that see the best in you and believe in you. And it's amazing. It's so amazing. I've been on both ends. I've been around people that, you know, aren't like me, and I've been around people that are like me. And what a difference. I just feel lifted up and motivated, and feel like I can accomplish my goals. So we just started a free 6-day healthy eating challenge. If you're working on your health and fitness goals, if you want more clarity of mind and more focus, we would love to have you join. All you do is go to my group Fit to the Top, and we will approve you into the group. It's so fun. I love the positive energy. I love the positive motivation for this great group. So I hope you have a fantastic day. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your thoughts on if that was helpful for you. So post in the comments, and have a great night. See you later. Bye-bye.